unlocking the thrills of fear, the science behind horror's heart-pounding allure, the adrenaline rush. Why do we willingly subject ourselves to heart-pounding terror? Dive into the science of fear and discover how horror films trigger our fight-or-flight response, leaving us exhilarated. By Christopher Saleh, October 26, 2023. As we approach the spookiest time of the year, it's hard to ignore the allure of horror movies. Halloween decorations are popping up everywhere, and there seems to be a never-ending stream of scary film recommendations on every streaming platform. But why do we love these heart-pumping, adrenaline-rushing films so much? Especially during the Halloween season? Some may argue it's simply because we like to be scared. After all, fear triggers a physiological response in our bodies that can actually be enjoyable for some people. But there's more to it than just getting a thrill from being frightened. Horror movies allow us to safely explore our fears and confront them in a controlled environment. The experience of being scared while knowing we are ultimately safe can be cathartic and even empowering. Aside from the psychological aspect, horror movies also tap into our imagination and primal instincts. From ghostly apparitions to bloodthirsty monsters, these films often depict our worst fears in a visually stimulating way. They awaken a sense of curiosity and fascination within us, as we try to understand the unknown and confront the things that go bump in the night. And during Halloween, when the veil between the living and the dead is said to be at its thinnest, these themes become even more prevalent. But perhaps one of the main reasons we love horror movies during Halloween is because they provide a sense of escapism. With their terrifying plots and otherworldly creatures, these films transport us to a different reality, away from our daily lives. For a couple of hours, we can forget about our problems and immerse ourselves in an adrenaline-fueled adventure. And let's face it, sometimes it's just fun to be scared. It's a shared experience that can bring people together and create lasting memories. So as Halloween approaches, don't be afraid to indulge in some horror movie marathons. Embrace the adrenaline rush, confront your fears, and enjoy the escapism that comes with these spooky films. After all, it's the perfect time of year to revel in all things creepy and paranormal. So grab some popcorn, turn off the lights, and let yourself be unapologetically scared by the unmasking allure of horror movies. As they say, 'tis the season to be scary. Happy Halloween! So why not celebrate by watching your favorite scary films? Whether you prefer classic slashers like Halloween or more psychological thrillers like The Silence of the Lambs, there's something for everyone to enjoy during this spooky season. And who knows, you might even discover a new favorite horror movie that becomes a staple in your yearly Halloween traditions. So go ahead and embrace the allure of horror, unmask your fears, and have a spooktacular time. Just remember to keep the lights on and don't let those bumps in the night get to you too much. Happy Halloween. Keep calm and stay scared. Let's face it, horror movies have a special place in our hearts. From the adrenaline-pumping jump scares to the spine-tingling suspense, there's something about these films that keeps us coming back for more. And as Halloween approaches, our love for horror only grows stronger. But have you ever wondered why we enjoy being scared so much? What is it about horror movies that captivate us and make us willingly subject ourselves to fear? Well, let's take a closer look at the allure of horror and why this genre has such a hold on audiences, especially during the spooky season of Halloween. The scariest time of the year is upon us, Halloween. As we gear up for this spooky holiday, it's hard not to think about all things horror and scary. From creepy costumes to haunted houses, there's no denying that Halloween has a strong connection with the horror genre. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we willingly subject ourselves to fear during this time of year? One possible explanation is that horror movies have a special way of captivating us and keeping us on the edge of our seats. These films appeal to our primal instincts and tap into our deepest fears. They provide an adrenaline rush like no other, making us feel alive and invigorated. And what better time to experience this rush than on Halloween, when the veil between the living and the dead is said to be at its thinnest? But it's not just the thrill that horror movies provide. They also offer a sense of catharsis, a release of pent-up emotions and fears that we may not even realize we have. It's a safe way to confront our deepest anxieties and fears without actually putting ourselves in harm's way. Plus, let's face it, there's something oddly satisfying about facing our fears and coming out on the other side unscathed. It's a reminder of our own strength and resilience. Halloween also provides the perfect atmosphere for watching scary films. As the leaves change color and the nights grow longer, there's a sense of mystery and eeriness in the air. The setting itself adds to the overall experience of horror movies, making them feel even more immersive and terrifying. And let's not forget about all the treats that come with Halloween. What better way to cuddle up with some candy while watching a horror flick? It's the perfect combination of adrenaline and comfort. But perhaps one of the most important reasons why horror movies have such a hold on us during Halloween is the sense of community they foster. Watching scary films with friends or family creates a shared experience, something that we can bond over and talk about for days to come. And let's be honest, there's nothing quite like screaming and jumping in unison while watching a terrifying scene. It brings people together in a unique way. So, in a way, Halloween and horror movies go hand in hand, providing the perfect excuse to gather with loved ones and indulge in our love for all things spooky. In conclusion, the allure of horror movies during Halloween is a combination of many factors: the thrill they provide, the sense of catharsis, the perfect atmosphere, and the communal experience. It's a time when we can embrace our fears and revel in the adrenaline rush that comes with it. So this season, don't be afraid to turn off the lights and press play on your favorite scary film. Who knows? You might just discover a new appreciation for this beloved genre. Happy Halloween! And remember, it's all just make-believe. Or is it? So, grab some snacks and a cozy blanket, and get ready for a thrilling night of horror movies. You won't regret it, or will you? Just kidding, but seriously, have a spooktacular Halloween.